welcome. Thank you for joining me. If you're new or if you're returning, it's so lovely to have you here. Thank you. My name's Diane. I'm just shuffling stuff around like a newsreader. I'm coming to you from Walsall in the West Midlands, where I live with my partner Richard. And the podcast is nitty, some sewing, some crafting, some crochet. We do it all here. We still haven't done the quilting though, have we? Anyway, so what have you been up to? Hope you've had a good few weeks and finished some objects. I have finished some objects. Unfortunately, I don't have them here to show you. My daughter had a birthday, so they were gifted. So I did the coastal water socks by Kelly from Row and Kate's. And this is the pattern. You haven't seen it at all on the needles or off. I did show you the pattern, I think, though, a few weeks ago. And I said I was going to do these socks, but she does quite a few sizes. Yeah, there's quite a few sizes on there to do. So, yeah, they were really fun knit. And the pattern is straightforward. I think you can get this. I got this from Ravelry. Don't know if she's probably got it on her website as well, but it's available on Ravelry, and it's called the Coastal Water Socks. I did that in Life Family Yarns 75/25 superwash merino and nylon in the colourway Jackfield. I'll try and pop some pictures in if I can. They were brilliant, absolutely fantastic little knit, and so quick as well. And she holds your hand all the way through. Really, really good. And it was a I put this heel on Instagram the other day, and I put the wrong heel. Fleagle. It's a Fleagle heel, which I've never done before, and it was so much fun. So much fun. Really enjoyed it. So those I'll be making again. Thank you very much, Kelly. Yeah, so that was that one, and I finished the linen top that was on the needles, and I did that in Life Family Yarn as well, and that was in 75/25 superwash merino again, in the colourway Battleship, and that's been gifted to my daughter as well. I'll try and put some pictures in of both of those. I do have one more finished object, but I don't want to talk about it until I talk about Yarndale, because one goes with the other. So the 24th and the 25th of September was Yarndale, and oh my goodness, it was so full of people. I went, Richard drove, so he came with me, and I met my friend Moni. Hi Moni. We've been talking on Instagram for a long time, and we'd never met in the flesh before, so that was lovely. Meet up with her. So we met up, we had a coffee, we walked our legs off, we bought loads. It was really good fun. And I met Kelly from Row and Kate's and Amanda from Little Lycac. I'd never met Kelly before, so that was lovely. She's lovely. Just as good in the flesh, just as lovely in the flesh as she is on the telly. Yeah, so what else did I meet? Loads and loads of people. My brain is just... So if you saw me there and I didn't speak to you, I am so sorry. I'm not ignorant, I was just admiring the floof. There was so many people, so many more people than last year. And last year was my first year, so I'll show you my haul, shall I? So I got this bag. This was one of these this year's bag. Yarndale, it's massive. It's absolutely huge. I do have to warn you, this might be a long one. I'm going to try and cut it down if I can. We don't want it too long. But this, every year they do, Signature do a yarn to go along with Yarndale. And this year it was called Tristan. Isn't that lovely? I'm surprised I've not got this on the needles already. It's gorgeous. But it kind of, that's in there. That's the one. This is Tristan, by the way. Last year I think it was Nigel. So yeah, I got one of those with the bag. I also got, you get a free badge, and I've popped it on my last year's bag. So this was the free badge. That one there. And then I bought this year's Tristan badge. That was the Nigel one from last year. And they're on there living with my Little Drops of Wonderful and my Craft House Magic and my Grab Your Drink from Chevy's. Yeah, absolutely wonderful festival. I also bought some new, I have never tried the Addy needles before, but I needed a 3mm. I bought a 2.5 and a 2.75. And Richard stood there and said, "You don't need them. You need a 3. You need a 3mm." No, I said, "I'll take these because these are the ones I know that I use a lot." I needed a 3mm. What am I like? What am I like? And I also, there's one missing off here because I've got it. I've got it on some knitting already. But these were from Skein and the Stitch, her stitch markers. Strawberry Fields Quartz, White Jade, Aventurine, and Picture Jasper. Picture Jasper. But like the rose quartz, the quartz one is missing. It's on my work, but isn't they beautiful? They're gorgeous. Skein and the Stitch, and she does yarn as well. But there were so many vendors. It's really hard to not buy from every single one. Isn't it? It really is. I met up with Ducky Darlings as well, Hayley and her husband. We had a good chat. It was lovely. Hayley's gorgeous, she's lovely. And I got me some minis. They're beautiful. Oh, these are for a blanket. So, a friend Moni and myself, we're doing a knit along blanket between us, well, just the two of us, and excuse me, we're doing the Cozy Memories which I'll show you in a bit, but that's what I wanted the minis for, is the Cozy Memories. And then lastly, I was ever so good. Lastly, oh no, there's another one as well that I haven't shown yet. Okay, so Zakame yarns. I've never had any of their yarns before. Zakame. Isn't that beautiful? I love that colour. My hair is on everything. And it's cinnamon plum, sorry. 65% superwash merino, 20% silk, 15% yak. 4-ply, fingering 4-ply. What's that? It feels so squishy. It's got a little bit of a halo to it as well. Isn't it beautiful? And I've got 2 of those because they're at the sea. Does anybody else have that? I knit it into everything these days. Hair. There's a little bit of me in everything. But yeah, gorgeous. So I'm not decided what they're going to be yet, but I'm just enjoying squishing them at the minute, as you do. So yeah, all of that can go back in, well, can go into the stash now. But I was really restrained. Really restrained. We couldn't park though. Oh, the parking was atrocious. We ended up parking down in the town and then walking up. There was a bus. They did put buses on. But there wasn't much indication of where you caught the bus. And I think Kelly said that she waited and then the bus sailed past them. So I've got no patience anyway for waiting for transport. I'll walk first. So we walked up the hill. It was quite a little trek, but at least it wasn't raining. Yeah, so that was Yarndale. Absolutely loved it. I did take a little bit of photos, a couple of photos. I didn't take much footage. I just wanted to enjoy it. Normally I would do a little bit of a vlog. I just wasn't feeling it this year, so maybe next year we'll get there. We'll get there. But I also met up with Shelley, one of my friends, Shelley, who is Crazy Daisy Designs on Instagram. Later in the day, she was going on the Sunday, we went on the Saturday, so she lives that way, so we met up for a coffee, and she informed me that my podcast was 1 year old on that day, which I hadn't even thought about. I hadn't even given it a second at all. So thank you for that, Shelley. And she brought me some lovely flowers from her and Alex from My Yarny Corner and Danny from My Yarny Corner. So she brought me some lovely flowers. Look at those. Shell, they're doing really, really well. It's like how long now? Over a week. Look. Those lilies and orange are starting to open. I did this earlier. I got the stamens all over my chin. Hence having to record the podcast again and again and again. And they give me this little card as well, which is like, happy birthday from your YouTube family. So thank you, YouTube family. That was absolutely really, really thoughtful. Beautiful, thank you. I also bought some other yarn from Mothy and the Squid, which is this one. This was from Yarndale as well. Oh, I just saw that hanging up and I was like, oh, it screams Christmas. Anything that screams Christmas has just got to come home with me. So it did. And that's her card. Gorgeous yarns. Sorry, I'm going to turn this over because it's colourways Poinsettia, 75% merino, 25% nylon, superwash treated, 420 metres, 100 gram scale. And I have one finished sock, and it looks beautiful. I've started the second, so that is good. I've left my markers on, so that it's just a vanilla sock. I did think about doing a pattern sock, but I thought it would detract from the yarn. Is that right? That's better. I thought it would detract from the yarn, so I didn't. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at those reds are popping. And it's just a 1x1 rib. I think I did 10 rows, 1x1 rib, fish kiss lips heel, and then just the normal decrease for the toe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 63 rounds for the foot, and I think it was about 10 rounds before the heel that I've done. Beautiful, gorgeous, love them. And I've just started the heel turn on the second, so there we are. I'll be wearing them by next weekend. Yes. So those are those, and they're living in my higher bag, which can now live over there for sure for now. Okay. So what else have we got on the needles? So that's a work in progress. I've still got a sock. My dispersion sock went into hibernation while I did the socks for my daughter, the Coastal Waters. This is a pattern by Kelly of Roro and Cade's as well. Excuse me. Okay. Those are called the dispersion socks. Sock, because I'm still on one. I did start the second. Where is it? It's ribbon, isn't it? But yes, I'm loving this. I did start the toe, but then for some reason it all went wrong. And it was only down to me, nothing more. Just not paying attention. Isn't that lovely? I believe she's got some mittens. Yeah, I don't think the pattern's out yet. But she's doing, I think she's almost ready for test knitting on those. But I could be wrong, she could already have them in test knit. I just love the pattern, it's gorgeous. And then that's the foot, so that's the foot bit there, and then it's got a peasant heel. I got it right, I think. I got it mixed up the other day on Instagram. I said I'd done a peasant heel on the other one, and I haven't. I've done a fleagle. Silly girl. Silly girl. But look at those colours. So this is a Ducky Darlings buttermilk. That's this one, which is this one. I love this yarn. It's so soft, squishy, gorgeous. Beautiful. And the other one is, I can never remember this one. It's a My Yarny Corner. Denim, I think it's called. Alex, if I've got that wrong, let me know. I think it's called Denim. It's gorgeous, but it goes with that buttermilk really, really well. And because they're both like variegated, there's sort of speckles in this buttermilk, and then there's greys, light blues, dark blues, all the blues in Alex's one as well. I think they just complement each other really well. So yeah, we're almost there with that one sock. It's just the toe. I just need to finish the toe on that one, and then it's onto the second sock. Cannot wait for them to be finished now. But they take a while because it's me. Everything takes a while. Oh, it's time. Okay, so that's, I have got a couple of other things. I'll show you the, don't come off the needles. Ah. Oh no. Oh no. What have you done? Just talk amongst yourselves while I just pick up my stitches, because if I leave them. Okay, so this is the Stephen West Smocket, and I think I complained last time that I hadn't. There we go. I hadn't moved the stitch marker on this one. Oh, if I pulled them tight enough. Oh, I don't know if they should be a bit tighter than that. Anyway, let's pull those forward so that we can see what we've got. Okay, it's not really brilliant, but I'm at the smocket stitch, if you can see. So where's my stitch marker? Did I actually leave it on, or did I take it off? No, it looks like I've taken it off anyway. Oh no, there it is. So the last time, oh dear, the last time you saw it was, where are you? It's that big now, it's just, I was there. So I finished off all the way up to the end, and then you have to cast on for the the edging strip, you know. It's the bottom bit. So I'm now on this piece here, which is knit completely on its, you go along the edge of the shawl and you just pick up your stitches. It's the normal Stephen West way of joining a kind of a ribbon or an edging onto a shawl. And that's why it's called the smocket, because you've got these smock stitches. Mock smock, he calls it. Mock smock. But I don't know if mine should be any tighter than that. If you've done this, let me know. Leave me a comment. Do these need to be any tighter than that before I get all the way to the end and do the next row? But I'm nearly there, guys. I think I've got how many rows left? So I'm on row 11, which is with the row with the smocket stitches. So I've got about another 14 rows to do, and then it will be finished. Just in time for winter. But yeah, let me know if you've done the smocket. What did you think of it? What was your thoughts on that stitch? Should it be any tighter than that? I'm sure it'll look beautiful once it's all blocked out, but it looks a little bit at the minute. Yeah. And the yarns are, bear with, okay, so this one is called High. Isn't that gorgeous? And that's from Is For the Love of Yarn. Okay, For the Love of Yarn, and that is High. Whispering Poems is the Lay Family yarn, and that is this one. I knew I had a Lay Family in there somewhere, but I love that colour. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. And the other one, which is not here, it's on the table, is this one. And I don't have a label for that because it was one that I ordered. They sent the wrong one, but they didn't put a label on it either. So that was that. We'll never know what it is. I know what it was supposed to be. It's so beautiful though. It's soft and squishy. Don't know what base it is or anything because it didn't, as I said, it didn't come with a label. I think I've mentioned that before. Everybody's looking and going, yes, doll, you have, several times. Yeah, so hopefully by the time I see you again, that should be finished. And that's living in one of my bags. I like to just pinch because that's what I'm like. Oh, let's put the pattern back in there as well, because you know what I'm like, I'm just going to lose it. I'll put it down and then it'll just disappear. Let's put the labels in as well. Okay, I think that's it for whips. I do have, no it isn't, I'm lying again. As I mentioned earlier, my friend Molly and myself are doing a knit along, and we are, Molly is Get Your Knits Out on Instagram. Isn't that a cool name? Get Your Knits Out. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So when we met up at Yarndale, because we were doing these little squares, and we'd both said, oh, I ain't got a lot of yarns, I ain't got a lot of spare yarns, so we've just bought our spare yarns for each other. So whatever we've knit in, we've just then passed on to the other. So she turned up at Yarndale with a big bag full of little yarns. In this bag, Have Yarn Will Travel, and it's just full of all little 5 gram, they look like 5 gram, 10 grams, and I was like so excited, so excited. So, oh, what have you done? Well, that's got to come off, isn't it? We can't have that. Let's just move that. Anyway, this is it so far. And I'm loving it. It's just, as I pick them out, I'm just randomly picking out colours. Do you believe that? No, I'm not. I'm looking at what the last colour was. Was it a light one or a dark one? And then just putting a light one or a dark one next to a dark one. You get what I mean? But you can see. Well, those two look quite close there at the bottom. Anyway. They're not as close as they do look similar colours, but they're not that similar as they look on there. Anyway, if you haven't done this yet, you should give it a go. It's really good fun, really good fun, and I'm loving it. And we keep comparing now as well. How many have you done? How many have you done? Oh, I ain't done that many. But Molly's doing them. She's trying to finish off her bigger projects before Christmas. Mine are just being left to languish. And I think that is all my knitting. Yep, that's all my whips. That's all my finished objects. That's it, guys. If you are just here for the podcast, thank you for joining me. I'm just going to do a little, it's not a shop update, but I'm just going to show you what's gone into the shop. Some of it's gone in and some of it is still waiting to go in, just on labels. So, but it's not massive. So if you're leaving me, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. So, Halloween season, we have the Book of Spells, 75/25 superwash merino and nylon. These ones. These are this one's in the shop already. In the Etsy shop. Tree Yarncraft. We have another one for the spooky season, which is the Black Flame Candle. I love this one. I would have to pinch one of these myself. Oh, it's gorgeous. I love it. $75.25, the same as that one. Superwash merino and nylon. These aren't in the shop yet. This one is sea turtle. 75.25. So this one we've done before. So this is a replacement. It's going back into the shop. And that's sea turtle. Pop you there. This one is hatchling. This one's hatchling. And this is on a, where are you? Baby 70% baby alpaca, 20% mulberry silk, and 10% cashmere. Lovely little halo to that one. So that's hatchling. And this one I haven't got a name for yet. I toyed with the idea of matchstick men. Anybody who knows Lowry? I kind of went with a Lowry scene with the greys for the skies, the little bits of blue, and the houses, the reds, the brick colours, and so it's kind of a just pops of speckle, really, but it's beautiful. I haven't named it yet because I'm not 100% that that's the name I'm going to go with, but that's what I based it on. I love Larry. His paintings are out of this world. Absolutely beautiful. So it will appear with a name in the shop at some point. But if you've got any suggestions, let's name the skein. and that is on a 75% superwash merino and 25% mulberry silk. That one. Let's see if we can reskein it. Rubbish at this. I've got a machine that does this. No. Because I'm just lazy. There we go. So yeah, and that's it. That's everything that's going to be. So these are the only two that are in the shop at the moment out of those. I'll be putting the others in over the next couple of days, so by Friday they should be in there. And that, as I say, is that for all of the knitting and the apart from life, which I can't. It's been a hard few weeks, and I think I'll just leave it at that. I'm sure everyone will understand. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. So thank you for joining me. Have a lovely week. Leave me some comments. Tell me what you're knitting on. Tell me what you're doing. Name the skein if you want. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.